Hello everyone, in this video today we're going to be making one of these flowers. I'm making a garland with these flowers, so I'll write up the pattern for it and it'll be like a free pattern on my blog. I'll put the link to that blog post in the description box down below, and it will also go over all of the yarn that I'm using and the colors. Whenever I'm making anything like this, I normally just use any lightweight yarn that I have. So it would be either like sport or DK weight yarn and then a 3 or 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this video today, I'm going to be making a flower that has a pink center and then light blue petals. We'll begin with the magic circle. So what I do is I normally take 2 fingers and you lay the yarn over them. Then you grab the yarn and you wrap it around again. So on top of your hand, you'll have like 2 strands. So you'll grab your hook and then we're going to pull that strand that's on the left through. Then it kind of looks like an X, so you want to take that part that's on the top left. You'll insert your hook underneath it, and then we're going to pull it through the loop. And then we have a magic circle. If you're not a big fan of starting with the magic circle, you can always chain 4 and then slip stitch into the first chain, and that can create that ring that you'll begin working into. So since we started with the magic circle, we already have 1 chain, so we're going to chain 2 more. And then all together that chain 3 will count as our first double crochet stitch. And now we need to work 15 more double crochet into our magic circle. So for a double crochet, you'll yarn over, insert your hook into the magic circle, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops on your hook, so you'll yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So I'll show that again. So for a double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops, so yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I'll go over that one more time. So for a double crochet, you'll yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 loops, so yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So far we have a chain 3 and 3 double crochet stitches. So that's a total of 4 stitches. We're gonna need 16 for this first round, so we'll just continue. And then in this video today, I'm using US crochet terms. If you prefer UK terms, you would refer to this as the treble stitch. I'll put in the description box down below a way you can convert between the two. Alright, so I just finished round 1. For this round we have that chain 3 and then 15 double crochet stitches. So now we can go ahead and close the magic circle. And then you'll want to find the 3rd chain from that chain 3 at the beginning of the round, and we'll work a slip stitch into it. And then we can go ahead and fasten off. So then I'm going to use light blue for the petals. You'll want to just find any stitch from the previous round and you'll insert your hook into it and then pull that new color through. Then we'll chain 1, and that's not going to count as a stitch for this round. So into that same stitch, we're going to work a single crochet. For a single crochet, you insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops, so then you yarn over, pull through 2. So in between like each petal of the flower, there's always going to be a single crochet stitch. So then into the next stitch, we're going to work one of the petals. You'll begin by slip stitching into that next stitch. So it's insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops, so then you just pull through. Then we'll chain 10. So let me check real quick. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Then this next part is the part that's a little bit tricky. So you'll take your hook and you're gonna move it to the right. And you wanna find that first chain. And then you'll insert your hook into that first chain. And we're gonna work a slip stitch. So you'll yarn over, pull through that first chain. You'll have 2 loops. So then pull through that first loop. It might look like the petal is a little bit twisted now, but we're just gonna pull on it, and then you'll insert your hook back into that chain 10 space, and we're gonna work 10 single crochet into the space. So for a single crochet stitch, you just yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops, so then you yarn over, pull through 2. So again, for a single crochet, you'll insert your hook into that chain 10 space, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops, so then you yarn over, pull through 2. So far we have 2 single crochet. We're gonna work a total of 10 single crochet into that chain 10 space. So into that chain 10 space, we have 10 single crochet. Then we want to find that stitch we worked the slip stitch into, and we're going to work another slip stitch. So you'll just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops, so then we'll pull through that first loop. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to repeat that process again. So into the next stitch, we work a single crochet. So you'll insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, so you yarn over, pull through 2. Then into that next stitch, we'll insert our hook, and we're going to work a slip stitch. So it's just yarn over, pull through. You have 2 loops, you pull through the first one. Now we'll chain 10 again. So after you chain 10, this is the part that's a little bit tricky, but you want to move your hook to the right, and that way you can insert it into that first chain. Yarn over, pull through. You'll have those 2 loops, so pull through the first one. And then we'll work 10 single crochet into this chain 10 space. So you'll just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops, so you yarn over, pull through 2. And then remember, so we want 10 single crochet into this chain space. Then you'll want to find that stitch that we worked the slip stitch into. You'll insert your hook, and then we're going to work another slip stitch. So you yarn over, pull through, and then pull through that first loop. So now we have 2 petals. We're going to have a total of 8. Let's go ahead and go through that one more time. So you single crochet into the next stitch. And the next stitch is the slip stitch. Chain 10. Then, so you'll move your hook to the right and insert it into the first chain. Yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops, so then pull through the first one. And now into that chain 10 space, we're going to work 10 single crochet. And then into that same stitch that we worked the slip stitch into before, we'll work another slip stitch. So we're just going to continue this around. We're going to have a total of 8 petals. So don't forget, you always start with that single crochet. Then into the next stitch, it's slip stitch, chain 10, then 10 single crochet into that chain 10 space, and then slip stitch into that stitch again. If you're having a hard time keeping track of the stitches, you always can open up the blog post, and that way you can follow along with the written pattern. So you can go ahead and continue that around until you have 8 petals, and then I'll meet you at the end. I'm at the end of round 2 here. I've just worked a slip stitch, so now we're going to slip stitch into that first single crochet. So it's going to be the first single crochet stitch, not that chain 1 from the beginning of the round. And if you have like a tapestry needle, you can go ahead and use that to weave in all the ends. So that's the full pattern for these flowers. I'll put the link to the blog post down below, which will have the written pattern for them and also the instructions for assembling the garland. But you obviously do not have to make a garland with these. There's lots of different decorations you can use them for. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I would really appreciate if you would consider subscribing, just because that helps my videos get like recommended to more people. So thanks for watching this video, and if you make any of these flowers and you post pictures of them on Instagram, make sure you tag me so that way I can see them.